These are... Don't drink my water, kitty. These are pretty much throwing potatoes out of the basket kind of bullets. Where am I supposed to put my drink? No. If I've determined kit. Okay, drink it. Drink it. I'll have new one. Yes. I don't want to be dealing with this too much. You can fit your head in that? You are very thirsty. Okay, let's put it in your bowl here. Okay, 3% is 200 meters for long range secondary. See, this is like... Now you see that there is no value in this. So here you have the shell grouping and dispersion, and you don't. Oh, okay, I will have 200 meters more, and I will have terrible grouping and accuracy. Now you can see how it's actually very bad. Okay, I don't think you will use this because this is more for brawler, reloading torpedoes, or arena. And here, of course, if you don't mind not having range, you just take this. And this perk, damage against battleships 8%, will do something. It will do something. It's definitely adding up. When you are brawling in German battleship and looking at the numbers as you are sailing towards and during the engagement towards the red ship, and you see the numbers popping up and how the bar is moving fast. Faster shooting with well, you got to have faster shooting ship too, so that would be, I'll show you, faster. If you have a batter pits, I got to go here, okay. If you have a, so you're shooting faster because you put this EST on. It affects a lot of shells in the air, concentration, and how's there? And then you have this perk giving more damage, 8% to the battleship by this Nonome. You will see the effect, yeah, it's good. Yet, if you use it on Bismarck, you will hit more things. If you use it on batter pits, you will see more shells in the air, because you can see enhanced secondary targeting number 2 with the red colors. It doesn't have the shell grouping and dispersion, instead it has a reload time. It shoots faster, but less accurate. I prefer accuracy, but for the purpose of just like seeing the effect of the secondaries, like ratatatata, this is the ship to have for it, batter pits. It's the most intense German secondary shooting experience. And it's kind of funny that this enhanced secondary targeting 2 should be having the icon of this commander's skill, which is minigun. This minigun doesn't... The experience of batter pits is about the perk of the ship, which is the minigun experience. This thing, minigun, means that you have more ammunition coming out in shorter time. And it's just funny how it more matches the EST2 than the actual reload. Somebody really mixed it together when making the commander. Blue Archive, we got 2 of those. So French battleships have this reload perk. What is it? MBRB called? Main battery MBRB. MBRB, main battery load booster, which is awesome. And then you get also dispersion with this commander. Remember when I made a rolling commander St. Louis, which gives you reload. It gives you reload. I mean, reload booster, and it gives you longer time, reloading time, which gives you longer duration for this reload. This thing doesn't give you 2 seconds more. This gives you 30% dispersion, and it's not accuracy. This is dispersion. Dispersion is that you're shooting more noodles than shotguns. It's not about hitting citadels. It's about hitting more shells on a bow when ships are bow tanking. And because the heavies, the French heavies, are having big guns, I'm pretty satisfied by having one French heavy only. And oh no, private message is being public now. Don't read that. And what are the guns? Two 70s, 330. Okay, that's a gun good. 330 millimeters. Then we go here. Codex, encyclopedia. We go into the gameplay, down to the advanced, and scroll to the table. 330 millimeters, as you can see, is between 343 and 305, which means you will not overmatch 23 millimeters. Everything below 23 millimeters. Well, how many ships on tier 8 have 23 millimeters bow from the cruisers? Let's say tier 7, because this is where the lawyer argues. 25. It won't overmatch. I know the York is tanky. Fiji? Edinburgh, of course, no. Fiji? Yes. Fiji is like the blue colors. 13, so we can do it to Fiji. Aoba, Mayako, no, Mayako is having 25, I think. It can be 16, so you can do Mayako. Of course, New Orleans is 25. New Orleans is 25. Hold on, 2 numbers. 25. Light cruisers, obviously. It's the easier way to approach that. 16. And then you have all these Polynesians. They're all light cruisers. Russians are heavy. Hold on, shores. And then you have what is after shores? Chapayev. Chapayev is 25. Hold on, I'm looking at the tier 8 one. 25, 26. Stop it, it will break. Kitty, you're getting wild. I give you water down there. Thank you. 25. See how many options do we have? Most of the ships you can use the overmatch. And if I look on French, Cherbourg, which sounds more German. 305. So then you look on the commander. And dispersion, and you would think like dispersion is very useful because you can hit more things in the bow, and that works on only few ships. So when you shoot, for example, close range battleships, close range battleship would be that you see the battleship. I need some battleship to look at, please. How do I zoom out? Overview? Loadout? Upgrades? Here. So you approach the ship. They usually will spot you later. You are here. Dispersion is going to... You don't need it. They have plenty of citadel area to shoot at, but it starts to go this way. Bow thinking to... And this is 45 degree. You still can penetrate, yet the front turret, barbette, is angled, as you can see, so you don't shoot there. You shoot for the second one. And the dispersion is that, see the little area, the size, the width, the size, the radius of this barbette, and you need dispersion to make sure that you fit as many things you can, and this is what it is for. You want to make sure that with this perk and French heavies that as many as you can will fit there in this little area. That's what it is for. It's precisely. Okay, I made a paper when I'm comparing these commanders, and I found out that 3 out of 5 perks of the stock French cruisers, these Blue Archive commanders have 4 or 5 of them. So you have this perk, special perk. What is this doing? 3% of the time in dispersion, just for fun, to make you feel better about it. You put range, punch through because, you know, you need more penetration value, so you put this there. And then you have also another dispersion adding to it, as much dispersion as you can. Obviously it's about maxing out the dispersion. And this pretty good commander, huh? And this commander is for French cruisers that don't have a MRBR, and as you can see it has this perk from the agility commander because French turrets are slow. They are. And then this accuracy again, same perk, pretty useful because French HE slaps. This gives the option to give more damage. 0.12%. So if you are at 50%, you have 50 times 12, which is 600. And because it's 0.1, 0.12, it's not 12. 1 and 2 are 2 figures. You have 600 and 2 figures. That's the 2 zeros. And you have only 6. So it gives you 6% more damage when you are half HP. 6%. I won't see a difference. That's why I'm not using it. Yet the first perk, I'm using it because it combines the range and turret traverse speed. It also gives you more heal and more engine boost. I'm also considering to use this one more. I am. Because I'm not able, and I don't believe anyone is able to make a conclusion about how generally is this useful and when not, because we don't have aiming assistance. Chat calculating the penetration potentials anywhere you are in any situation on the map and distances.